Welcome to Voices from ACTCon, where we're spotlighting people working in conservation tech from all over the world. And today we have
Liomba-Junior Mathe from Cheetah Conservation Fund.
And where do you work, like country, location?
Yes, so I'm a PhD student and also an ecologist with the Cheetah Conservation Fund based in Namibia and also in East Africa, in Somaliland.
Oh, wow, wonderful. What motivated you to come to ACTCon?
Well, I think it's one of those platforms where you gain exposure.
Yeah.
You gain, more motivation to continue what you are doing, and specifically trying to address, biodiversity challenges, threats to the ecosystems. So we need these kind of facilities, that gives us more insights into what we are doing to understand it better. So without technology, I feel it's really difficult to get more insights into all these challenges that are affecting, people and wildlife living together. So we need that kind of transformation. So it really helps us to know what we are doing when we are collecting the data and how we use it and how we plan to, effectively improve our systems.
Okay, so you said you work for the Cheetah Conservation Fund?
Yes.
Cheetah Conservation
Cheetah,
Fund.
the fastest animal.
Not so fast at my speaking. And you're also doing a PhD.
Yes.
And so in what ways where does conservation tech fit into your work with the Cheetah Conservation Fund and also in your PhD?
Yes, so basically relating to the East African Horn of Africa where we are. So we have illegal wildlife trade, which is a very huge global problem.
Yes.
So cheetahs are being smuggled into other areas in the Middle East. So we are trying to understand the drivers of that kind of challenge. So we also need to improve law enforcement. So we need to bring in this conservation technology to try and improve our systems on the ground. It could be people trying to track all these traffic routes. So we are definitely using SMART, which is very useful for us to understand the interactions between the people and the wildlife and what are these drivers that are leading people into dealing with this illegal stuff. So it's basically something that brings us to understanding more on what we need to do in terms of how do we improve the situation, especially the livelihoods of the communities.
Cool. So for somebody who's only heard of SMART and EarthRanger as conservation technology tools, are there other ones that you know that you use?
Yes, so we use quite a variety of tools. So again, we use maybe mobile device applications. It can be mapping tools, for example, Avenza, and any others such as maybe Open Data Kit.
Yeah.
So those are also basic tools that also helps us, collect quick the social science survey data using maybe Corpo Collect. So it's also an additional component on top of what we're already using, such as SMART or maybe EarthRanger. So it's really useful to also, diversify and have other components that can also feed into the bigger system.
Okay, so as you do your PhD and continue your work with the Cheetah Conservation Fund, what are you most looking forward to in terms of conservation tech or conservation technology tools?
Well, I think it's one component that is going to help me understand, when I'm looking at my objectives, one of the objectives is trying to look at how, I can manage to implement sort of a strategy or a mitigation strategy, I would say, to allow or to help locals monitor biodiversity. So I'm using SMART with the hope that in future, we get local pastoralists trained and to collect data in the field and to be able to continue, with this process in their local constants. So basically, it's something that is going to also give me an opportunity to, provide future, maybe if I'm talking about adaptive management, we're talking of areas where I'm working, like in the Horn of Africa, where there is really, really poor understanding of the ecosystems there, and we really need to, start from the baseline to understand all these interactions between people and the wildlife. So I'm trying to get into that space to bridge the gap between using conservation technology to understand biodiversity much better,
Yeah.
with the help of also improving local, capacity as
Yeah.
well, in terms of local people doing or leading these conservation initiatives with the help of technology.
Okay. As we finish our little chat, I want you to finish this sentence for me.
Okay.
Conservation technology is?
It's the best in the world. Well,
Yeah.
it's really, what we need, and basically it's the future.
There you have it. Conservation technology is the future. Thank you for watching.